Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from the unseen Utterance. As the year draws to a close and the nights grow longer, we thank you for listening to the whispers that linger in the dark. May this holiday season bring you warmth, curiosity, and just enough mystery to keep the shadows alive. In the coming year, may you continue to walk with us beyond the veil where silence speaks and unseen voices tell their stories. Stay curious. Stay in the dark. See you in the next whisper.
The green light from the dead tracks. My name is Raka Prasetyo, and I'm writing this on a rainy afternoon in the outskirts of Yogyakarta, with the sound of water pattering on the cracked tile roof like whispers from the past. My hands are still a bit shaky as I type, but I need to get this down before things get fuzzier. I'm not the superstitious type, never have been. I studied engineering in Jakarta, lived among skyscrapers and traffic jams, where science rules and ghosts are just stories for kids. But coming back to my hometown on Java Island has made me question everything. What happened over the last few weeks isn't a dream or some trick of the mind. It's real, and it's still out there, waiting for the next one. Let me tell you from the beginning, slow and steady, like we're sitting over black coffee at a roadside stall, and I'm sharing a secret I wish I'd never uncovered. It all started about 4 months ago when I decided to leave Jakarta and come home to take care of my mother. She has chronic lung disease, the kind where the local hospital doctors just shake their heads and prescribe painkillers, saying it's up to fate. Their words annoyed my belief in medicine, not destiny. Mum lives alone in our old house on the edge of the neighborhood, right next to the abandoned railway tracks. The area is called Kampung Riap, like termite village, because the houses are low and squat, with cracked tile roofs and peeling lime walls from years of humid rain. The streetlights are dim and yellow, flickering like they're about to give out, casting long shadows on the winding dirt paths. Behind the neighborhood stretched the old railway lines, once a main route connecting Yogyakarta to Solo, now just rusted rails overgrown with weeds and vines. During the day, it's tolerable, with kids laughing and the smell of wood smoke from kitchens. But at night, fog rolls in thick, making everything hazy like a bad dream. Insects chirp relentlessly, so dense it feels like they're murmuring secrets in your ear. No wind, no dogs barking, just an unnatural quiet, as if the whole place is holding its breath. I arrived on the last bus from the main station, lugging a suitcase full of technical books and a few changes of clothes. Mum greeted me at the door, hugging me tight, her voice weak. "You're home now, Raka." I was afraid I'd die alone. Her words hit me hard, but I brushed it off with a smile. "Don't talk like that, Mum. I'll stay and get you better." I settled in quickly. Days were spent taking her to checkups, cooking rice porridge with vegetables, and fixing things around the house, the leaking roof, the creaky windows. She'd tell old stories about my dad, who worked on the railways and died in a train accident 20 years ago. "Your father used to talk about spirits wandering the tracks," she'd say, her eyes distant. I'd shake my head. "Just folktales. Mum, science proves there's no such thing as ghosts." She'd smile sadly. "You learned in the city. You think you know it all. But Java has ancient secrets not everyone sees." To make ends meet, I took a job as a night shift railway inspector. Simple work. From 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., I'd walk along the abandoned tracks, checking for damaged bent rails, loose bolts, or encroaching weeds. They gave me a strong flashlight, a notebook, and an old radio for emergencies. The first nights, I actually enjoyed it. The darkness enveloped everything, just my footsteps crunching on gravel and the chorus of insects. I'm used to the night illusions, tree shadows twisting into human shapes, moonlight glinting off rails like strange streaks. I'd tell myself it's optics, I fatigue, or the brain playing tricks. After shifts, I'd come home, brew strong black coffee, and sleep until afternoon. Life fell into a routine, predictable and calm, until the night Adi died. Adi was the young neighbor, about 25, living 2 houses down. He fixed motorcycles in the city center, always cheerful, cracking jokes with everyone. We weren't close, but we'd chat at the roadside coffee stall sometimes. He had a girlfriend in Solo, talked about wedding plans. "Brother Raka, I'm saving for a new bike," he said the last time we met, eyes sparkling. I laughed. "Good for you, invite me to the wedding." That was the afternoon before it happened. The next morning, I woke to screams from Adi's house. Mom rushed over first, came back pale, hand over her mouth. "Adi's hanged himself, Raka." I didn't believe it. Bolted over. Police had arrived, cordoning off the scene. Adi's body dangled from the beam in his bedroom, face purple, eyes bulging, tongue lolling, an old rope around his neck, feet inches from the floor. No struggle marks, no suicide note, nothing. Just a sudden death around 2 to 3 am. The hour Javanese believed the veil between life and death thins. Police ruled it suicide, but neighbors whispered otherwise. Ardi wasn't the type, someone said. He was happy, that afternoon, as folks gathered at Ardi's for funeral prep. Ibu sorry the elderly neighbor across the streets sat telling tales. She's about 70, skin wrinkled like ancient bark, deep-set eyes, always in a faded sarong and kabaya. Pure Javanese, deep into omens, spirits, and the supernatural. She puffed on a hand-rolled cigarette, voice raspy. The Pulung Gantung came for him. I saw it the night before. Green light floating past his window, hovering, no shadow, tapping lightly on the glass, like it's scouting. Everyone went quiet, some nodding. Mum asked, "What's Pulung sorry?" Ibu sorry glanced around, lowering her voice. "It's an ancient omen of death, from our ancestors' time. A ball of greenish-blue light, fist-sized, not bright but muffled, like it's choked. It drifts from the abandoned tracks or swamps, seeking homes of those about to die. Not a ghost that kills, but a marker. Whoever sees it enter their house feels the urge to end it all by their own hand. Hanging, slashing wrists, poison, but always voluntary, like hypnosis. Old Javanese say Pulung doesn't find the dead, it finds those who will die." I interrupted, keeping calm. "Ibu, maybe it's natural. Methane gas from the swamps, glowing will-o'-the-wisp. Science explains it." She eyed me with pity. "Boy, city education makes you think you know everything. But Pulung isn't marsh fire. No heat, no cold, just a heavy feeling, a strange compulsion. Adi told me before he died. Ibu, I saw the green light tapping my window. Now I keep thinking about eternal silence. I advised prayer, but it was no use. Her words unsettled me, though I wouldn't admit it. That night on shift, I tried not to dwell. The tracks were the same, pitch black, fog, thick. I swept my flashlight, inspected rails, noted details. But around 2 a.m., as I rested by bushes, insects went silent. Air grew heavy, temperature dipped slightly like a chill breeze. I stood, peering toward the neighborhood. Far off, under yellow streetlights, a faint glow, greenish-blue, hovering a meter up, moving slow, casting no shadow on wet ground, like it's searching. Heart pounding, I rubbed my eyes, blaming fatigue, but it persisted, drifting toward Audi's now dark house. It tapped the window lightly, vanished behind the fence. I ran back, legs heavy, but nothing when I arrived. Just thicker fog, insects resuming like mockery. I went home, lay awake till dawn, convincing myself coincidence. Next morning I told Mom. She worried, "Be careful. Raka, don't go alone at night." I smiled. "Don't fret, Mom. I'm used to the dark." But Ibu, sorry visited, heard my description, paled Pulang's back. Not done with Adi, now seeking another. I saw it by Mr. Buddy's garden last night. Fear spread like contagion. Mr. Budi, next door, 50-ish farmer, started insomnia. I saw it, he told at the stall. Green light, hovering at window. No wind, but glass rattled. Head fills with rope thoughts. Mrs. Lamb, end of street, whispered, locked doors, but heard tapping midnight. People avoided each other, fearing talk summons it. Once peaceful neighborhood turned tense, stifling. Night insects sounded like warnings, dense enough to drive madness. I held to reason, researched plasma phenomena, gas from tracks causing hallucinations, maybe methane or phosphorus, chemical glow. Called Jakarta friend, chemical engineer. Buddy. Green lights at night in wet areas. He laughed. Yeah, will-o'-the-wisp, or kid's drone. I nodded, but knew better. Drones buzz, Pulung silent as death. Second night after Adi's death, took old camera, hoping proof debunks superstition. Tracks eerily quiet, no stray dogs barking. 2:30 a.m., temp drop, stopped, swept light. There it was, Pulung greenish-blue orb, fist-sized, 3 meters away. Muffled glow, slow move, no shadow on weeds. Raised camera, hands shaking, snapped. It darted to neighborhood, chased, breathing ragged. Entered Mr. Buddy's, tapped bedroom window, gone. Morning, Mr. Budi stayed in. Wife said, he sits muttering silence. Scary, checked camera blurry streak, enough to doubt self. Science wrong, or Java's secrets real. Spread worsened. After Budi land saw over backyard. Then pack, Yoko, vendor, window rattled. Sleepless nights, bought amulets from shamans, burned incense. Ibu sorry added, Pulung doesn't kill direct. Marks, fear kills. Weak minds, self-end. Question haunted. Does Pulung bring death or fear the killer? Started strange dreams. Dad on tracks. Green light circling. Son, don't fight. Silence best. Woke, sweating, heart racing. Days, more research. Mass hysteria, rumor-induced delusion. But theories crumbled third night. Home early, tried sleep. Mum asleep, wheezing breaths. Window cracked for heat. Clock, 2:47 a.m. Insects silent. Air heavy, chest pressed. Sat up, saw it pooling inside. Hovering ceiling-high meter from head. Greenish blue, hazy, no temp, but urge flooded. Hang yourself, all quiet. No pain, eternal sleep. Shook head, gripped sheets, blamed stress, hallucination. Eyes locked, moved slow, tapped window scouting, turned flew at me. Heart stopped, screamed silent. Dawn broke, weak sun through, vanished. 3 days passed, still alive. Mum better with new meds. IBU sorry visits. More Pulung tales from Majapahit era. Neighborhood normalizing. Avoiding Adi. Budi moved away. Writing this record, hoping collective imagination. But cleaning room today, looked beam. New scratch, 20 centimeters long. Deep, like measuring rope height. Didn't do it. Or Javanese say Pulung visits once. But tonight, if insects hush 3 a.m., green light returns. Unsure resistance. Maybe silence invites. If reading, beware, abandoned tracks. Green light at window, don't open, ever.